You know how I would go by that is I want to do a beautification in District 3. I honestly believe, you look at Frisco, you look at Plano, they implement all type of beautifications within their city to want businesses to come to their area. There's a difference between paying businesses to come to your area and businesses wanting to come to your area. When you have to pay a business to come to your area and it's based off certain criteria or certain requirements, they're going to do those requirements, and if it's sustainable enough, they'll stay. But if not, they'll leave. Versus in a community or in a district or precinct where they want to stay, they're not going anywhere. One of the things that I've spoken to was speaking with some of the community liaisons at certain companies. They've said, if I don't want to live there, why would I want my employees to live there? My employees need somewhere to go after lunch. They need somewhere to go during lunch. There needs to be amenities available to them and me as a business owner if that's what I want to do. So I said, okay, let's make our neighborhood look great. Not just one part, but let's look at target areas in District 3 and pinpoint those target areas in District 3. And like a ripple effect. In a pond, when you throw a rock in a pond, you only get so many ripples. But when you throw multiple rocks in a pond, you get multiple ripples. You get an expansion of growth. And that's what I want to do. One of the things that I've been able to do, and I've received some type of positive feedback on it, is you create a model of showing businesses what their business will look like in their area. And you give them the best information that you can give them. Look, this is the median income that we have in this area. This is the type of education that we have in this area. These are the local community colleges that we have attached to this area. This is the commute, far as bus routes, trains. This is where we need your business. If you provide your business here, this is what it will look like. This is what it could look like. And this is how it could expand. So when you're talking about District 3, you literally have to go get those businesses. You can't wait for them to come to District 3 because they're not going to come. District 3 has so much land. I heard the previous incumbent talk about we have 85% homeowners in District 3. We have the opportunity. We just have to go fight and go get it.
Building community business and school partnerships.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what I did with Amazon. You build those partnerships with those type of organizations, you create a proposal, and that's another thing that I want to do, is create a grant writing committee. There's millions of dollars with the state and federal government and they're all tied to certain initiatives, that if you had a grant writing committee, somebody who's certified to be a grant writer, and who has the experience, and you have them part of that community, they can help bring funds into your community. I believe you don't just have to put the burden on taxpayers. I honestly believe that. I believe there's other ways to generate income for your district. There's other ways to get businesses to invest in your district if you're able to put a plan and put a visual together for those businesses. And that's one of the things that I learned from my mentors. My mentors, when UNT Dallas College of Law started, a lot of people didn't believe in that law school. They just said it wasn't going to sustain itself. And here it is, it's going on its third, fourth year, not only increasing in its enrollment, but increasing in its services, increasing in the amount of participation of different organizations that want to be involved. And that's what I feel like you have to do. You have to create that proposal. You have to show people, give them the facts. Look, this is what we have. This is what we can offer you. This is how you can grow.
Okay, now I'm looking at your push card.
Yes.
I see you got some familiar colors here.
Mm-hmm. Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
All right. And I've noticed it says Human Rights Initiative Volunteer. That's where I'm studying for my PhD, Human Rights.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What is the initiative that you're involved in?
Well, I'm involved in just basically making sure everybody has equal rights. So that's really, I just do volunteer, like I've done volunteer work with, like at the shelters. I'm actually participating in the 5K run this weekend that they're gonna have as well.
How's the weather supposed to be this week?
You know, rain. I
I
hope it
was
doesn't
gonna run, but then since you said it's
See,
raining,
you shoulda, you know, they
I'm not
say-
gonna do it now. It's raining.
No, you know, it's okay to get a little wet. You be
I don't want my hair to get wet.
Really? No, it's supposed to, you know, the same part of cloudy, it may rain, there's a slight chance, but you know, you never know in Texas. It may rain, it may not. But yeah, I'm gonna be out there regardless, you know, just to, you know, show my face and show participation. But I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely ready to get involved as much as possible. I was at the rally yesterday at the Temple Church. And I mean, I learned so much. You know, these organizations that have been involved for years that are trying to spread the same message that I'm trying to spread, you know, shout out to DSA, about, look, people are going to work sick because they can't get paid sick leave.
So we finally got that.
We finally got that, yes, but then here's the hiccup. The hiccup is the state. You need protection from the state, because the state can just come back and say, look, you, as a city government, you cannot force companies to provide paid sick leave. So then that's where we have to rally our state representatives to say, look, we need this protection. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying being out there. When I'm talking about being out there, yes, I understand we want this goal, but I understand we need to get here to this goal for protection.
All right. So in the closing minutes that we have, since you're gonna go ahead and tell us about the goal setting that we have, the goal setting that you have, why should we elect you to be, Dallas City Council District 3?
Well, I feel, or I know, let me
I
say
think
that.
we're looking right at it.
We're looking right here? Okay. I know that you should vote for me, for Tanika Scott, for Dallas City Council, for District 3, because I have new, innovative ideas. I have a plan for District 3 for providing services for everyone. Now, you've been asking for services for 4 years from someone who's had essentially 14 years in politics experience, and yet you have not been provided those services. I'm asking you to give me that chance to provide those services for you. I am working for you even right now, and I'm not even in office right now. When I say I'm going from 7 to 8 o'clock every day, I'm going from 7 to 8 o'clock every day, researching every document, researching every piece of paper that is coming out of the city of Dallas, looking at every bond to see how money is spent in your communities. And I assure you that I am someone that will not only represent you and your communities, but I will stand by your beliefs that help you and your families. So Britannica Scott, Dallas City Council, District 3, number 5 on the ballot.
And the early voting started?
Early voting has already started, April 22nd to April 30th, and the general election is May 4th.
All right. All right, this is the Commish Radio Show, and you've been listening to our Wednesday special. Stay tuned for Howard Scott. That's right, Howard Scott. Howard Scott, Britannica Scott. Howard Scott. Howard Scott Award. You remember him? Why Can't We Be Friends? Hey, he's going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, thanks to your vote. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Let's roll up out of here, Jesse.
All right now.
All right. No problem. Thank you.
Hold up. We're going to let this rip, and then we're going to go.
All
Take
right.
a couple pictures.
Okay. No, that's perfect. So you're not gonna run?
No,
You ain't about that life?
I'm not about that life. I'd rather talk to you.
I really do appreciate this.
All right. Jesse, I thought you were going to pull the, that's what I thought you were going to play.
This is
I gave it a
Commish
sample.
Radio Show. You can catch us now on Wednesdays, 5 to 6 in the Red Bowl, followed by Howard Scott of the Howard Scott Show. Why can't we be friends? On the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Trying to get all clever and everything, shuffling and stuff, man.
Learn stuff back here.
Boxing style, shuffling, man. Just stick with the basics.
We out.
Jump in.